what's going on guys, Nick here with another breakdown video for the recent Alien Covenant trailer. So as I did in my breakdown, I kind of talked a lot about, just everything in the trailer, but I did mention that I wanted to specifically talk about what I think about the Xenomorph, or the Protomorph as you want to call it, and also the Neomorph. So I'll probably do like a separate video for that one and then some other theory videos throughout the rest of the week. But I did want to talk about, my thoughts on the new creatures and how they're different from the original creatures that we see in all of the other Alien films. So right off the bat, this version of the Xenomorph, as they're going to call in the film, which I more so refer to as a Protomorph because it seems like very underdeveloped in terms of appearance and behavior when you actually size it up against the classic Xenomorphs from the other Alien films. And the reason I say that is because when you actually look at the physical characteristics of the Xeno in this movie, you can definitely tell that it's not exactly the biomechanical beast that H.R. Giger designed. It has very noticeable differences, that being in its hands, its tail is much longer, it runs on all fours primarily, even though in the first teaser we can see it standing upright behind the couple that are in the shower. It seems to mostly like running on all fours though, and moving around that way, because possibly due to its animalistic nature, much like the runner actually from Alien 3. I keep comparing it to that because that's just the most logical comparison that I can bring up, because we've actually seen that one on film and it very much reminds me of the alien in this movie. Another thing I wanted to mention is how in a couple of the shots you can see the sort of dorsal tubes that protrude out of its spine, and they are going outwards, to the sides rather than just going straight backwards, which are the usual tubes that are on an alien's back. So again, just very subtle differences to the creature this time around that make it look less developed than other aliens in the other films. Something that I really like about the design for this Xenomorph, however, is how it actually has the eye holes on its face, just like the classic Xenomorph did in the original 1979 film, albeit they're different looking, but it's cool to see that they're kind of returning to that design, for it, because obviously in Cameron's Aliens they had the ridged head rather than the dome above, so you couldn't see, the little differences underneath the dome. But I think that you can't really see it in terms of the other further films either, so it's nice to see that they're going back to the eye hole thing with the alien, because I think it looks really creepy and menacing, so really nice to see they went back with that design feature. Another thing that someone pointed out to me was how teeth actually look a lot different too than the original aliens, whereas in the other alien films the Xenomorphs had a very metallic look to their teeth, very shiny metallic look about them, whereas this one, it looks very kind of run down, rugged, ivory almost coloration for the teeth. So that's kind of interesting too. In terms of how its life cycle functions, it looks to be just exactly like the regular Xenomorph, egg, face hugger, embryo, presumably. We don't know the final stage, whether it's a chest burster or it comes out of someone kind of like the Deacon where it's almost fully grown already. We just don't really know at this point. But it's also worth noting too that they released a teaser poster recently, advertising this trailer with a tagline "Hide," and it showed the egg, and we got a really good look at the egg in this one, along with a shot of the egg room in this new trailer. And if you actually look at the eggs in this film, they look noticeably different than the other eggs, along with the facehuggers too, I might add, because the facehuggers look a lot bigger in this movie. Like they have more arms on them, and the tail for the facehuggers is much longer in this movie as well. And people have pointed out too that in the shots of the trailer where you can see the Xenomorph like perched up on like a shelf or something in this little like room with all these drawings and everything, people are saying that that's David's kind of shop of horrors in the movie, that he's been researching, testing out the black goo, making all this kind of stuff in this little underground kind of basement, and maybe that's actually where he takes them in the film to run his tests on them, because I believe that he's going to be the villain of the movie, basically, the big bad behind this piece. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the new Xenomorph in the film? I'm calling it the Protomorph just because I think it's more underdeveloped than the classic Xenomorph, but I believe that the marketing and all that will refer to it as a Xenomorph, as we've already seen NECA Toys reveal that this figure is called called the Xenomorph. So again, be sure to leave all your thoughts down in the comment section below, and if you guys are stopping by the channel for the first time and you like this video, subscribe for more content like this. We cover all the latest news, theories, character explanations, trailer breakdowns, and we also have a podcast covering all stuff AVP related. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys next time.